So hey guys, and welcome to the third part of our Secret War storyline. And in the last part, we saw that a godly species named Beyonders is responsible for the incursions. They send a molecule man to every planet on every multiverse's Earth, whose job is to go there and explode and destroy that Earth. But yes, our Earth's molecule man comes to Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom tries to stop these molecule mans, but he is not successful. And due to the explosion of some molecule mans, some Earths get destroyed, and get imbalanced and incursions start happening. After that, Dr. Doom goes to space and tries to stop these Beyonders, where he meets Dr. Stephen Strange, who is looking for the source of the incursions. So Dr. Strange, Dr. Doom and Molecule Man, these three team up and defeat them with the help of Beyonders' energy and their molecule mans. After that, Dr. Doom asks Dr. Strange to absorb the energy of the Beyonders, so that the effects of the incursions can be reversed. But after Dr. Strange's refusal, Dr. Doom himself absorbs those powers. After that, they see that all the Earths have been destroyed in the incursions. So Dr. Doom creates the same world by combining the Earths of all the universes, which is called the Battle World. And because of this, there are many Thors on this Earth, which is the police of this world. So there is a whole kingdom of Hulks somewhere. There are many such crazy things. Dr. Doom becomes the Godemperor of this world with the powers of the Beyonders. He has an advanced Doom Castle. There, he has made Asgard's Voltryek his throne and Galactus his pet. And yes, Marvel's most powerful supervillains like Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, Evil Mastro, all these are his barons. And yes, his biggest enemy, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, he has erased his identity from this whole world. The people of this world have forgotten the old things. And Mr. Fantastic's whole family, Susan, Valina, Franklin, Dr. Doom made them his family. And Mr. Fantastic made a life raft in which some superheroes survived this last incursion. In which, apart from Mr. Fantastic, Mighty Thor, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Star-Lord, Spider-Man and the Cyclops with the powers of Phoenix. And all these superheroes and the maker of the Ultimate Universe who also made such a life raft, he and his amazing team and Miles Morales also land on this better world after 8 years. There, they meet Doctor Strange. Now, after some events, all these characters face Godemperor Doom, who is very angry after seeing Mr. Fantastic. And the Cyclops with the powers of Phoenix also tries to stop him. But Doom also kills him. And after seeing all this, he casts a spell by which all these superheroes reach different places in the battle world and save themselves from Dr. Doom. And after seeing all this, the angry Doom himself kills Doctor Strange.
Can I be your superhero?
Sheriff Strange was dead. But there were many people in the whole battle world who respected Sheriff Strange a lot. And not only people, but Dr. Doom's own family, Queen Susan, Valina and Franklin also loved Strange a lot. And that's why Dr. Strange told the whole battle world this lie that he didn't, but those people who came from outside killed Dr. Strange. And to spread this propaganda, a program was also kept in Doom Castle after Dr. Strange's death. In the memory of Dr. Strange, a big statue of him was made in Doom Castle, behind which there was also a statue of Molecule Man. And Thor was parading in front of these statues. Walking through this parade, Susan, Valina and Franklin come. Franklin levitates himself in the air. He forms a necklace around Dr. Strange's statue with the help of his powers. And he tells Dr. Strange that whoever has done this to you, he will be avenged. In the midst of these Thor's parade, Jane Foster's Mighty Thor was also present, which after Dr. Strange's spell, reached between these Thors. And she was very surprised to see this lie of Dr. Doom. One of them, Old Thor, says some prayers and says that Dr. Strange should get a place in Valhalla. And after those rituals, this program ends. But Valina doesn't go anywhere from there. She sits next to the same statue of Dr. Strange and starts crying while remembering him. But then Doom comes there and tells Valina that she shouldn't cry. It would be better for Valina to use her technology and find those criminals who caused the death of Dr. Strange. Saying this, after sending Valina back to the castle, Dr. Doom goes to the statue of Molecule Man and opens a secret gate there. And that's when we find out the secret of Dr. Doom. Because the way the Beyonders can't be killed except by their own power, the same way, it was not possible to capture the powers of the Beyonders. And that's why Dr. Doom took the help of Molecule Man, who used to channel the powers of the Beyonders and give them to Dr. Doom. In a way, Molecule Man was the source of Dr. Doom's power. From the same secret gate, Dr. Doom goes to a chamber where he had hidden Molecule Man. As soon as he goes inside, Molecule Man asks him that has Dr. Doom brought something for Molecule Man to eat? In response, Doom says no. Doom tells Molecule Man that Stephen Strange has died. So Molecule Man asks him what was his reason? Was his reason cancer? In response, Dr. Doom says no. If it was cancer, I would have cured it. But the reason for Dr. Strange's death was some doubts and problems inside him. In the next scene, Valina was standing in her lab and she was explaining something to her future Foundation colleagues. She shows it on the screen and says to her colleagues that I have researched on energies for many years, and all the things and people in this battle world, all their energies come from God Doom or are similar to it. But yes, there was only one person in this entire battle world who had a different energy of his own, whose energy did not depend on God Doom, and that was Stephen Strange. And that's why he could never track Doctor Strange. But yes, when the end battle was taking place, he observed Doctor Strange's energy and he thinks that Doctor Strange cast a spell before he died. And not only that, the people who were outside the battle world, their energy also did not depend on God Doom. And I believe that before dying, Doctor Strange sent all those people to different places in the battle world. But yes, I will not tell these things to Doctor Doom because I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth that why Doctor Strange was supporting those people and why he was with them. And if Doctor Strange had sent all those people to different places, then who killed Sheriff Strange? On the other hand, our superheroes whom Doctor Strange had sent to different places in the battle world had also started their preparations to defeat Doctor Doom. Mr. Fantastic and his evil version, the Maker had already established a lab in Dead Celestial's body and was looking for ways to defeat Doctor Doom. There, the Maker says that he had put the Prophet to work, and this Prophet is none other than Maximus, who acts as a prophet, that is, a saint, and talks about freedom among people, provokes people, and has gradually started a rebellion against Godemperor Doom. The Maker says that when this rebellion will take place, then we will have to find some weakness of Doctor Doom, like some weak point of his armor, and we will use it to kill him. But Mr. Fantastic says that no, we cannot kill Godemperor Doom because we do not know that if this world becomes unstable because of Doom's death, or if the things he has created with his power suddenly shatter, then what will happen? And as soon as he hears this, the Maker says that sometimes I think of you as my own version, yet how can you be so cowardly? But Mr. Fantastic replies that I am not a coward, the only difference between you and me is that I care about people. Actually, in the universe of the Maker, his universe's Doctor Doom had killed the Maker's family, that is, the remaining members of the Fantastic Four, and that's why Reed's evil version was full of hatred and wanted to kill this Doctor Doom and take his revenge. He also shows a visual to Mr. Fantastic in which Reed's family has been turned into his own family by Doom, but even after seeing all this, Reed does not agree with the Maker. And that's when the Maker gets angry and asks Reed that does Mr. Fantastic have any other plan to defeat Doctor Doom? Then Mr. Fantastic replies that yes, I have a plan, and I have also sent some people to work on that plan. And we see Spider-Man and Miles Morales, who are swinging with their webs in Doctor Doom's Doom Castle, and he reaches the statue of Molecule Man. As soon as he reaches there, Spider-Man tells Miles that according to Mr. Reed's device, Doctor Doom's energy source is 10 feet below the ground, but this doesn't make sense. Miles lands on the ground. He looks for it a lot, but he doesn't find anything there. But in the meantime, Valina stands in front of him. Spider-Man is happy to see Valina and calls her by her name, but Valina, who has forgotten everything now, cannot recognize Spider-Man. But looking at the device in Spider-Man's hand, she asks Spider-Man that has he also come here to find Doctor Doom's energy source? Then Spider-Man shows him the device and says that yes, Mr. Fantastic has made this device and Valina's father has sent him here. But Valina, who had also forgotten her real father, cannot understand these things. But yes, she was very happy to see that Spider-Man recognizes him. He knows his name and he has such confidence that Spider-Man is good. And that's why she says to Spider-Man that he himself had already found Doctor Doom's energy source, but because he didn't have the courage to go against Godemperor Doom, he never entered that place. But she shows the gate to Spider-Man and Miles Morales from where they can enter the Molecule Man's chamber, and she tells them to go in it. As soon as Spider-Man and Miles Morales enter the chamber, Molecule Man looks at them and asks that have they brought anything for Molecule Man to eat? Then Spider-Man says no. But then Miles Morales takes out a burger from his pocket which he had kept in his pocket 8 years ago. Before entering that life raft, he gives it to Molecule Man and Molecule Man is very happy to eat that burger. And then he asks them why they have come here. Then Spider-Man says that they have come here looking for Dr. Doom's energy source, and if Molecule Man can tell them where to find Dr. Doom's energy source, it will be very helpful for them. And then Molecule Man says that they are looking for Dr. Doom's energy source. That means that's where Dr. Doom's energy source is. Now on the other side, Black Panther and Namor cross many obstacles and reach a room of hidden Isle of Agamotto where they get an illusion of Doctor Strange. This illusion starts talking to them that your coming here means that I have died, and with my death, no one will be able to know the truth of this Battleworld's secrets in Godemperor Doom forever. But if you have come here, then there can be 2 reasons for it. Either I have sent you here willingly or you have come here forcefully. And to test this thing, that hologram asks them some questions, and before Doctor Strange and Chal's spell, the talks that took place, Black Panther tells them a key by finding clues from it. And after that, that hologram gives them 2 objects. First object is given to Namor, which is Sage Courageous, which is such a thing through which you can travel anywhere in the multiverse. And the second object is given to Chala, which is an Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos, who was standing on the other side of the shield, defeated Annihilation Wave's leader Annihilus and became the leader of this wave. And he also gave a very dark truth that the way Dr. Doom made Johnny, i.e. Human Torch, the son of this world, in the same way, Dr. Doom made Ben Grimm, i.e. the Thing, the shield. The wall around Dr. Doom's kingdom was nothing but the Thing. And Dr. Doom finds the head of this the Thing and tells him the truth that who is Godemperor Doom. How did he destroy the lives of the Fantastic Four? And then he tells the Thing that after knowing the truth, don't you want to take revenge from Doom? And on this side, Maximus also started his rebellion. And Dr. Doom, who was watching the visuals of this rebellion from the castle, thought that it would be easy because he had sent his Baron Goblin Queen who was attacking the rebels. But yes, this time, Captain Marvel and Mr. Sinister were also involved with the rebels because Captain Marvel had forcibly made Mr. Sinister his side. Now the rebels' force was getting stronger on Dr. Doom's army, and that's when Baron Apocalypse joins this war with his army, and that's why the rebels started backing off again. But Jane Foster's mighty Thor, who was in the Doom's Guard at that time, told all the Thors the truth about Godemperor Doom. He told them that the one who is called All-Father God Doom is not God. He is not even good. And after understanding all this, all the Thors became his side, and now these Thors had also come to join the rebels' force. But yes, it wasn't going to be easy because a very big ship had arrived in the sky at that time which had the whole army of Mestro and his Hulks. On this side, Star-Lord had arranged a ship, and he had taken this ship to Mr. Fantastical the Maker because his plan was that they will engage Dr. Doom and his forces in the war and will go from the other side and neutralize Dr. Doom's energy source. And in the same way, they started going towards the Doom Castle. On this side, in the middle of the war, a big ship of Mestro and the army of Hulks and the rebels' army started getting scared of their presence. But that's when the Thing comes in his giant form, which Thanos had told the truth. And the Thing comes there and breaks on Mestro's ship and starts destroying the ship. And as soon as the Thing gets up, that wall, that shield also moves, and Thanos enters the kingdom of Battleworld with his Annihilation Wave. Seeing all this, Godemperor Doom teleports himself in front of Thanos. He tells Thanos that he is very impressed with Thanos, and after seeing all this, he will give Thanos an offer that if Thanos wants, he can take his herd and wave back and he will make Thanos Baron. But Thanos tells him, listen Doom, I too had godly powers because of the Infinity Gauntlet. But I wanted to use it to establish the balance of the universe. I never discriminated people and used God's power as a god. But look at you, how you are using your powers. I am the real God, and now I will rule this kingdom. But as soon as he hears this, Doom gets very angry and puts his hand in Thanos' stomach and tells him that now you don't have the Infinity Gauntlet. As soon as he says this, he takes out Thanos' entire backbone and Thanos dies there. This time, the Thing, who has now destroyed Mestro's ship, comes across Galactus, who is Franklin's pet. And Galactus and the Thing start fighting. But when the Thing sees that Franklin is standing on Galactus, he thinks that whatever happens, no matter how much revenge he has to take, he cannot attack Franklin. And so he stops attacking and Galactus uses his energy blast and kills him there. On the other hand, Mr. Fantastic, the Maker and Star-Lord Dr. Doom had reached the energy source. And as soon as they reach there, Black Panther contacts Mr. Fantastic and asks him if he should join the war. And Mr. Fantastic says that yes, the time has come. And as soon as he says this, Star-Lord stands outside and Mr. Fantastic and the Maker enter the energy source chamber of Doctor Doom. And in the next scene, we see that Black Panther was standing outside the shield with his Wakanda army. And the Wakandians whom Doctor Doom had left to survive outside the shield. And along with that, Namor was standing in front of the zombies of Marvel, and he opens the cage in front of them and shouts that whoever will pass through it will be cured and will be granted life again. As soon as he hears this, all the zombies enter through the gate. And Star-Lord, who was standing near the statue of the Molecule Man, sees Black Swan. Black Swan was a clone of Doctor Doom and she had joined Doctor Doom again. And that's why she attacks Star-Lord. There was a fight between Star-Lord and Black Swan, and in that fight, Star-Lord got injured. But Star-Lord had a plan. There was a root of the World Tree and Star-Lord takes out the last branch of the root and injects it in the root of the World Tree. And because of this, Groot comes back to life in the form of a giant body in the form of a World Tree. Groot comes out of the World Tree destroying the entire Doom Castle, and as soon as he comes out, he starts fighting Galactus. And the combination of the World Tree and Groot was so strong that he even kills Galactus. On the other hand, the uncontrolled Marvel zombies start killing the entire force of Doom. And from among them, T'Challa, his Wakandan army and Namor also come out. Looking at them, Doctor Doom says that it was you who were behind all this, and what do you want? Look, if I want, I can restore Wakanda and Atlantis and you can rule your kingdoms in the battle world. But T'Challa says no. What will happen? A fake kingdom like you? Doom, you may have the power of a king, but you never had the wisdom of a king. And today your rule will end. As soon as T'Challa says this, he shows him his Infinity Gauntlet. And T'Challa, the power of his Infinity Stones, and on the other side, Godemperor Doom and his Beyonders clash with each other. And this was the most dangerous battle. On the other hand, Mr. Fantastic and the Maker enter the chamber of Molecule Man. And as soon as the Maker sees Molecule Man, he tries to catch Reed and kill him so that he can take the powers of Molecule Man to himself. But Molecule Man himself kills the Maker and says to Reed that it was good to see you after a long time. Here, in the fight between Black Panther and Doctor Doom, Black Panther had lost. He had fallen down and was badly injured. And looking at him, Doctor Doom says, "T'Challa, you tried your best. You let a lot of people die. But what did you get in the end? Nothing." As soon as T'Challa hears this, T'Challa starts laughing. Looking at him, Doctor Doom understands. He understands that all this was a distraction. And he shouts loudly that Reed. As soon as he says this, Doctor Doom teleports himself out of Molecule Man's chamber. While getting out of the chamber, Doctor Doom says to Reed Richards that I have the powers of Beyonders. I can kill you with just one snap. As soon as he says this, Doctor Doom snaps, but Mr. Fantastic is not affected. And the Molecule Man present there asks Doctor Doom if he has brought something to eat. And Doctor Doom says no. So Molecule Man says that this thing makes you both equal to me. Meaning Molecule Man had taken the powers of Beyonders from Doctor Doom. And after that, Doctor Doom and Mr. Fantastic start fighting. And here Doctor Doom does not have the powers of Beyonders. They start fighting and shout at each other. Reed says that you took away my existence from me. You took away my family. Doctor Doom replies that look at yourself. You are a coward who only saved himself and a handful of people. And I have saved everyone. I have saved the entire multiverse. Do you think you could have done better than me? Reed replies that I always thought that you could have become better than yourself. But today you have disappointed me. In response, Doctor Doom asks again if you could have really done better than me. Reed replies that you agree with this, and I agree that I would not have become like you. I would have done better than you. Doctor Doom replies that I agree that you could have become better than me. But now die. In response, Doctor Doom overpowers Reed and is about to kill him. Molecule Man replies that if you both agree with this, then let's do this. And the next moment we see that T'Challa, who was injured in the middle of the war, suddenly comes back to Wakanda and was teaching a technology to some Wakandians. And after that we see a rock in space where Mr. Fantastic, Molecule Man and the entire team of Fantastic Four along with Alina and Franklin are standing. That means Molecule Man took the powers of Beyonders from Doctor Doom and gave it to Reed. And we see that Molecule Man is transferring his energy to Franklin, and Franklin is using his powers to create the universes. That means the universes are being re-established. Miles Morales and Spider-Man are standing on a high-rise building in a city, and Molecule Man comes behind them and tells Miles that you still owe me a burger. And then we see Dr. Doom, who is standing in his castle's balcony, and he takes off his mask and looks at his face, and he is fine. He is back to normal. And this shows that there was a difference between Reed and Dr. Doom. There is a difference between a superhero and a villain, because Mr. Fantastic did not take revenge on Dr. Doom but tried to improve it. So that is it for today, guys. But if you are watching the video till the end, then I will bring all the stories like Avengers, Kang Dynasty, Thunderbolts, and other crazy comic book stories which I am going to try to cover. And apart from this, there will be a video where we will discuss what are the elements of MCU's Secret Wars movie and how Marvel is establishing them, and how some things will be changed and what new things we will get to see. So this video will come soon. Don't forget to turn on the notification. If you like the video, then like it and share it. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe right now, and see you in our next video.